First of all, acacia wood knife block. So the fact you're getting every knife that you see attached to this magnetic acacia wood block, you are not paying for. I'm not even kidding. It's a $90 retail. The block itself, acacia wood, magnetic, it alone is $29.95. Yep. That's what you're paying for this entire block with each of the knives that you're about to see. Every one, you're getting the 3.5-inch paring knife, you're getting the 5-inch utility knife, you're getting the 5-inch Santoku, you are getting the 8-inch slicer and the 8-inch chef knife on top of that. You are, watch this. They attach, they are magnetically adhering to this incredible block. And what cool? A modern, cool design this is. So,
first of all, I love how it looks.
Me too.
Because you just said it looks cool. At home, I leave it just out on my counter.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of the design language of my kitchen. And another thing, if you have one of those blocks where you put the knife inside, a lot of people don't realize, sometimes your knife is going in there wet.
Oh.
Not good. And if you saw inside one of those knife blocks, you would be shocked by what's in there probably for the last 10 years, right?
Ooh, I never
so
thought
not only
about
does
that.
this look cool, it's hygienic. So
Very
you wash
good
your
point.
knife, you dry it, you put it here. No moisture is like sticking inside one of those knife blocks, right?
And I never thought about that. What I was thinking is that if you put the knife in the wrong way, you can really be dulling the blade every time you're using it.
Too.
But that, ooh. I also, speaking of the aesthetic, look at how beautiful these knives are. I mean, there's like this really cool texture to the steel.
Yep.
And the handles themselves are like, I mean, they look themselves like the acacia wood that you're housing them on while they're being stored.
So really cool that you brought that up. I want to show you really close. That diamond pattern, if you can look right on the knife, that does a couple things. Food doesn't stick to it because of that diamond pattern. There's even texture to the knife. So something like cheese, right? It won't stick to your knife.
Nice. Oh, that's great.
So something like cheese, something starchy like a potato, sometimes it stays on your knife.
It does.
Even after you scrub. So it's really cool to have that diamond pattern. This is also ceramic coated, non-stick. Isn't that cool? You can feel that, right? I can
tell, yeah.
Super easy to clean, nothing sticks, and it glides right through. And then of course you have the selection of knives. Sometimes you see those knife blocks where you have 100 different knives, 20 knives. You don't need that. Trust me, you don't need that. You need a slicing knife like that for carving a turkey, a big watermelon, something like that. You need a chef knife, that's your everyday knife. The Santoku knife is perfect for up and down motions, like that cheese, right? Your chef knife is gonna be rocking. The Santoku is perfect for just those straight down motions, cheese, cucumbers, herbs, stuff like that. And then you get the two little ones.
Yeah, the paring knife and the utility knife.
That's all you need. So really cool to have them displayed out on your counter, hygienic, you're not dulling your blade. Love that you brought that up.
And look at this. I mean, I don't think I have ever seen such a wow when it comes to beautiful, gorgeous knives. That really is a unique concept when it comes to adhering to the acacia wood block magnetically. The block is $30. If you got it all separately, you'd be spending $90. So to do this, this is like 65% off. And it's something that is brand new, and it's a great chance for you to understand or experience the quality of what Kitchen HQ brings to your kitchen and your world. This is our private label brand. We are very proud of it. And I'm telling you, it is catapulted to way at the top of the list of popular brands here at HSN. I'm talking like #1 and #2. Like, it's really impressive how quickly that happened.
And also, you know what? We talked about how it looks. We talked about it's hygienic, keeps your blade sharp. It's gotta stay sharp. Check out my onions. Paper thin.
Yeah.
So you gotta know that you're getting sharp quality knives. You can see through those onions.
You can.
Right?
Is that just because you're a professional?
Well, you know what? Professional or not, if I had a dull knife, I got a dull knife. So they're sharp.
It's true.
They're quality. They look great. They stay clean. And I love that they don't dull themselves if you're putting them into like one of those blocks. Leave them out like that.
I mean, and even worse yet, if you have knives that are rolling around in a drawer and...
Oh.
I mean, even if they have sheaths on them, it's like that's a whole nother step.
No.
It's up to you, but the fact that these are, I'm glad you shared that this is that ceramic coated, because you don't see that. It is like a beautiful stainless with a wood handle. I mean, what a beautiful feel they have
Don't they
in
feel
your
good
hand.
in the hand?
Yeah.
And they gotta feel good in your hand, right? They're sharp, they're light, easy to use, and that diamond pattern makes sure nothing sticks, so you saw me go right through that cheese, and they stay sharp. I mean, what else do you need in a knife?
Knives are probably the one most important tool that any of us would have in a kitchen, but you said it so right. Dull knives are so dangerous.
Dull knives are more dangerous than sharp knives. And sometimes people get worried and they say, well, I don't want to use a big sharp knife. You do. If you have a dull knife, that's when it slips and you get injured. So the fact that they're quality, they're sharp, and I also love that you just see them out.
Me too. I mean, what a beautiful display. Look, I mean, let's pretend this is my kitchen. I mean, blocks are blocks. Most of the time, they all basically look the same, and this is just so fresh and new and modern, and it's just it's just a neat concept. So there's magnetic inside of this acacia wood, and I'll turn it to the side so you can see how much space it will take on your counter. It's a perfect angle. It kind of reminds me of those cookbook stands that you can use to keep your. But watch this. It sticks.
Isn't that cool? I love that.
I love it too. What a great gift this is. You don't have to tell them you spent under $30. You can tell them they'll be wowed, right? It's true.
Don't tell them the truth. Give them the knives as a gift. It looks expensive. That's a good idea. Don't tell them.
Well, the truth is knives can be expensive. I used to be kind of a knife snob, Chef.
Really?
I used to think you'd have to spend over $100 to get a great knife.
No.
I learned that after coming to HSN. Granted, that was over 20 years ago now. But I did used to think that you'd have to spend a fortune for those knives that are under glass and, hid from it. You don't. And the truth is, I love a good knife. I love a great looking knife. And I love this whole concept. And I also love free.
Free's good.
Free knives.
Free is good.
Have you seen such a thing? So the block, I'll show you once again. There it is at the top of the list. The magnetic block is $29.99. You're spending 4 cents less than that and getting all the knives attached. The 5-inch utility, the 3.5 pairing, the 5-inch Santoku, the 8-inch slicer, and the 8-inch chef's knife. I love it. Look at you going to town.
I also want to say something why we're doing onions. If ever you've chopped onions and you start crying, it's because your knife is dull.
No kidding.
I'm telling you. That is why you're crying. If you're chopping and you're crying, your knife is dull.
I never knew that.
If you have a, now I'm not crying, Callie. I'm having fun. We can get a close-up on my eyes. That means we're sharp here.
That is such an I have learned several things from you tonight.
So I want you to know, everyone, and I know you're out there, if you cry when you chop onions, your knife's too dull. Upgrade the knife set, get them sharp, they stay sharp.
Do you have a favorite way of sharpening, or do you never have to sharpen ceramic knives?
So ceramic knives, these are great because they're non-stick, they do stay sharp, but from time to time you have to sharpen them. So it's great to have a little steel and get them sharp, but you're right, in those blocks, every time you're putting your knife in one of those old school blocks, you're dulling your blade. By putting it on your magnetic wood, you're keeping that blade fresh.
Yeah, which I think is really great. I never thought about how many knives go in. Oh, I've got a block at home. Now I'm gonna have to go take a flashlight and try to
You don't want to look in there. Don't look in there, Cal. Because guaranteed you put your knife not 100% dry in that block, and bad things are happening in there over the years. Leave your knives out, airy, you're looking at them, you're using them.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I bet you, if you reach for a knife in that block, you don't know which one you're reaching for.
That's
You're
true.
Like, am I reaching for the paring knife? Oh, no, no. Am I reaching for this one? Oh, no, no, no. You see exactly which one you're reaching for.
That is a very good point. I am a little bit OCD about that, so I put my knives in the same places, but sometimes if somebody else, does the dishes, you're right. It's like, who knows what ended up where.
Hey.
I was just looking at this cheese and realizing that it's so important. I'm gonna just jump on my little soapbox here.
Yeah.
I am so against buying pre-sliced cheeses.
100%.
I know it's convenient, it's expensive, and there's a reason. I don't know. They have to add something to keep it fresh, right?
You're paying, you know what's weird? You're paying more for pre-sliced things, but not just cheeses. Pre-sliced Brussels sprouts for a slaw, pre-sliced veg, pre-sliced cheese. You're paying more for it, and it's less fresh. So I don't get that. I'd rather buy it fresh, slice it myself, prep it, and your prep job becomes easier and faster if you have the right tools.
Well, let's look at that for a case in point.
There you
you know,
go.
very convenient to go buy the big bowls of fresh fruit, but they're so expensive.
Yep.
And I'm guessing there has to be like something to add so it doesn't brown and, you know, on the shelf before you get it home. I don't know. I'm not making that claim. I just know that
And who
oftentimes
knows? That's the thing, like who knows? You're better off when things are out
okay.
and available, you use them, right? So if you have a drawer full of knives, first of all, that's scary. But if you have a drawer full of knives and you don't really reach for them because you don't know what's in there and it's kind of the scary drawer, I know there's a scary drawer out there full of stuff, you don't use it. So you're better off to have it on your counter, looks great, you'll find yourself reaching for it
Look,
more.
I know. I mean, it
Right?
is just, it's very attractive. I just have to say that is certain things I hadn't even considered. Sorry, I'm eating my cheese.
I know
So
the
good.
mystery drawer is out there, Callie. I know it.
It's like worse than the junk drawer, you know?
The junk drawer is worse than that.
So each knife, if you're just tuning in, literally attaches because it's a magnetic block. I can see why the block itself is, you know, $30. Now, do these adhere because they're ceramic or is it because they're, you know, steel?
Yeah, because that is a big magnet, basically. The wooden block is a big magnet. The ceramic really comes into play in terms of it not sticking. So you see how easily I went through the cheese. If you're slicing something like a potato, that starch won't stick onto your knife. And it's all about that diamond pattern and ceramic. So it's gonna stay sharp, it's gonna be easy to clean. You know, that's all really you want in a knife. And I love that you get the 5 knives that you need every day. You get the chef knife, you get that long knife for gliding through, you know, your turkey or your watermelon. You get the Santoku knife for top-down cutting, and then you get the 2 paring knives for those little jobs, like preparing that fruit salad
And guess
Brussels
what?
sprouts, all that stuff.
You're getting all of those knives for free. I mean, again, I know it's crazy. This is not going to happen on a normal basis because obviously this is crazy. But we do want you to experience the quality that Kitchen HQ is known for. And again, I'll welcome hundreds of new first-time shoppers joining us tonight at the kickoff of our Today Special with Kitchen HQ. Thank you. We want you to come back all the time and shop for everything you need. I want to remind you of our Today Special that has been super wildly popular. I think at this point, what are we at, 5,400 or, I mean, like really, really popular. We haven't lost a color yet, but early in the day, you will hear that certain colors are going to be gone. I think the silver is one of the most limited, the blue is one of the more limited, and maybe the red is good because that's always a popular color. In fact, it's the #1 and #2. Black and red are the most popular. But we have all of them available. Don't forget, it comes not only is it 4.5 quart, super deep, extra thick 5mm cast iron pan with a non-stick coating on the interior, and it comes with that domed tempered glass lid and the matching silicone handles, all for $29.99. Item is 782091. It's on 3 or 4 flex if that helps you out, but in either case, get it. You will love it. But we're gonna end with a bang. You're so cute. I love having you here. Oh, to be in the kitchen again is just the biggest treat.
This is better than virtual.